It might get weird because of, and this, I don't want this to turn into a mathematics class. It's a statistics class. This left parentheses here means something different than if I made it a left bracket. You might remember this from your previous lives as math students. Don't worry about that in this class, because if you think about it, all those numbers are rounded off anyway, which means they're not super precise. So if you include, so for example, did anybody gain 1 pound exactly in this study?
Yes.
Well then, do you count them or do you not count? Do you guys count them?
Yes.
I would. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Technically speaking, mathematically, you wouldn't. Because if it was a right parentheses, that's not included. The hell with that, count it. Call it good. So I'm hearing 24 or 25, yes? I'm hearing 24 or 25. So in our weight loss data, we either had 24 or 25 in that range. So I can't forget what Alicia said earlier. What percentage of the data is that?
That's like 71.
So if you do 24 or 25 divided by 35, what do you come up with? 70-ish? Give me like to the nearest percentage if you guys would. If it's 24, what is it?
74.
No,
It's going to be a little lower.
71% is 25.
So 25 is 71%, 24 is therefore going to be 69%?
69%.
Yes,
About 69% or 71% depending on which one you use. Keep that handy. Keep that one handy for a moment. I want to come back to that. So what I'm doing is I want to build on Alicia's awesome idea from before. Her idea was amazing because she said, well 74% lost weight. And I loved that idea. But then Alicia, my other Alicia, said, yeah, but if you do that, you ignore the quantity of weight lost, right? Lost weight just means that you were under zero. You could have lost just 1 pound, or you could have lost 41 pounds. That person, check, lost weight. Make sense? Now sometimes that's good enough. But in this, I don't think it is, because the more weight you lose, the more effective that was for you. So, Gesundheit. What I think we're able to do here is we're able to fuse Alicia's percentages with the weights, because we can now say that around 69% or 71%, however you want to look at it, roughly this percentage, lost between 31 pounds and lost, if you will, a negative 1 pound, means they gained a pound. So you know that this percentage happened between those two weight cutoffs, between losing 31 pounds and gaining 1 pound. So you see how this is a little bit more powerful? We get the percentage, but we also get the amount of weight loss. Tara, ask me that question.
Oh, I think it's cool.
Oh, I think it's cool too. It's badass. I think this is great because we get both good ideas together. Please. Absolutely. Actually, somebody else repeat it for me. Why am I so excited about fusing the percentage with this range of values?
Gives the weight to it.
We get the quantified weight in with the percentage of those that either lost or gained it. So, in other words, when we started the show, we said 74% of people lost weight. But we lost how much weight they lost. Now, when I said they lost, we weren't specifying how much weight was lost. Now, we can say, hey, this percent of people either lost 31 pounds all the way up to gained 1 pound. They're somewhere in that range. They're somewhere in that range of weights. Before, we didn't have any indication of how much weight was lost. Now we do. Now we've got a scaled version on the number line of how much weight they lost.
Could you say it is?
Go ahead, Tara. Go ahead, Alicia.
Could you say it is approximately 70% of people lost up to 31 pounds?
Yes, because 1 is so close to 0. Yeah, you could treat 1 as 0 and say, yeah, up to 31 pounds. You could totally say that. You could say that correctly, statistically, actually. Good. Very, very, very good. Now, more questions before I go. I want to go a little bit further before I want to generalize this, because what Alicia and Taryn just said can be generalized. Michelle, what's up?
She just said it perfectly.
Well, that's what I like to hear. Taryn would say to everybody else.
Oh.
It was perfect. I want to hear it too.
I said 74% of people that lost weight lost between 69% and 75% of that weight.
Actually, you can't say that.
That's actually not even what I said to her.
It's good. I hope not, because that's not exactly correct. That's good.
Wasn't it? I don't remember.
Oh, shit, the camera. The camera is on. If I could somehow focus on just your voice, I can amplify that and hear what you said. That's some NSA crap right there. Yeah, Aaron, go.
You
You were saying that it was incorrect to say that,
Because she applied the percentage to the weight lost.
but is that normally what we would see?
No. See, the percent of weight lost, in order to talk about the percentage of weight you lost, you'd have to know what you weighed originally to know how much you lost as a percentage.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is that how they advertise it though? Is that?
Oh God, it depends on who's advertising what. I'm not advertising anything. I'm trying to ask the question, A, does the program work? And B, how well does it work? Because how much weight do you lose? That goes back to what Randall asked, right?
Those on the weight loss program lost between 70, or not.
That's okay. We're getting damn close.
75% of the ones that were on this weight loss program
Lost weight. And then we can get even more specific and say around 70% of them lost up to 31 pounds. They may have gained a pound, but they lost up to 31 pounds. They're in that range. Suppose you want to get more specific. Suppose I don't like the fact that it's 31 pounds. Maybe you want to break it down to just 15 pounds. That's cool. Don't go out a whole standard deviation. Go out a part of the standard deviation. You can do that. It's just that a one standard deviation is often used statistically. It's a very, very well-known research fact. But even it isn't the best known range. Do you know how many standard deviations is the best known, best used range?